Lacquerware is one of the most ancient art forms in China. In honor of the art, the Palace Museum has put on display some select items from its vast collection of over 18,000 pieces of lacquerware. Take a look.
These lacquerware pieces were used in the imperial palace during the six-decade reign of Emperor Qianlong in the 18th century. The technique greatly evolved at the time because Qianlong especially favored the art form. The red carved pieces were made in large quantities at his request.
This piece is special because the cover and the body of the box are carved. There are 52 images of children on top and 48 on the side. Through these images of 100 children, the craftsmen embody various scenes from the Qing Dynasty. The lacquer has been painted on thickly so as to carve the figures into almost three-dimensional sculptures.
Carved lacquerware products were considered a luxury back then. The materials to make them were not cheap. To create carvings, dozens or even hundreds of layers of lacquer were needed.
It took about a year to finish a carved lacquer piece. The step of brushing on multiple layers took more than a month, and the lacquer wasn't dried under the sun. It had to be dried naturally under a specific temperature and humidity level in order to get a certain hardness. The carving also took a long period.
Fans of ancient Chinese culture say it's a good way to get a glimpse into life within the walls of the imperial palace of hundreds of years ago.
We're interested in the lacquerware culture and came on the opening day of the exhibit. We dressed up like this to match the styles of the ancient lacquerware pieces. I'm wearing a Ming Dynasty costume, while hers is of the Qing Dynasty.
Besides carved lacquerware, other lacquer art pieces from the same period are also on display at the Guardian Art Center in Beijing. Li Qiong, CGTN.